So I was feeling a bit off. Oh, which I'm sure you can tell from this. I think it's zoomed in is the problem. And I was going a different way at dusk. And I guess the cats want to come with me. What can I say? This is definitely not the way I normally go. Hence the cat doing his own version of urban exploring. What are you doing, cat? Oh, it's sloppy out here. Because it was raining. So I'm heading off to a park. It will be doubly illegal for me to be in there. One, because it closes at dusk, so it's closed now. I mean, it doesn't close off, but you're not supposed to be in there. And it's also the time of social... Oh, there's some decent graffiti. Distancing, blah, blah, blah. I am slick. No. I am ignoring the stay-at-home orders. And so is Perry. And Percy, it was years and years before I ever got Percy on camera. Actually, it was hilarious. The last time I took my kid to Disney, was it the last time? Maybe it was when he turned 10. When my son was turning 10, he had this existential crisis. He swore he was never, ever going to have any more fun ever again because he will be double digits. Those are some funky, fuzzy things. Oh, people with dogs. See, that's why the cats should not follow me. During daylight, people with dogs is a problem. Anyway, Purse, this guy, came from a hoarder, which I have 5 cats. It's probably a little too close for comfort for him. Dog, huh? They're going the other way. We'll just hang out here for a while. What do you think, Perry? Anyway, so we went on vacation for over a week, and the person who had been pet sitting called and told me, "Oh, I'm so sorry. He must have gotten out. I'm so sorry I never saw him. He must have run away." And as I'm on the phone listening to this, he came out from his hidey hole and was rubbing around my feet. He just didn't like people. He's a beautiful cat, though. Perry is still watching out for those dogs. I do have my battery backup, which, by the way, on all the travels I take, I can't tell you how many times. I mean, I was in the souks of Marrakesh, which, by the way, are like this little rat warren of little shops. Oh, he's freaked. I don't know if you can see. He's all fluffed out. He's freaked from that dog. Dogs, plural. Anyway, and my phone ran out of battery. because even though I do have battery backup, I don't actually bring it or use it because I'm stupid, I guess. Well, Percy wants to go home. Perry's still chilling. But I have it today, so if I run out of battery, I'm all good. I don't know why I'm off today. I mean, I kind of do. I had therapy today. That sucked. My therapist is kind of feeling frustrated with me. He actually said point blank, I don't think there was any point of having a session today. He didn't know what, if anything happened. Basically, I was giving him updates on what I've been doing. Well, he asked me specifically about, strange. He asked me about health things. He asked me how I dealt with this virus that I had. They're still following. He asked how I was coping with breathing. Another thing that I don't know. This is strange. I don't advertise it, but then I talk about it online. So what the hell, right? I started running again this week. I can't run in the winter, obviously, because there's piles of snow everywhere and you die. And actually, we had piles of snow this week and also tons of rain. And so we have puddles like that, which, is dangerous to run through mud because you can fall and get smacked. That is still ice, snow, or some variation. Year and a half ago or so, I ran a half marathon, even though I'm not the marathon body type, let's put it that way. I did it kind of because it was something that I was told I couldn't do, and I was like, screw that. And you know what? I mean, I think it's really good if you have something that limits you, like avoidant personality disorder, to find something really difficult that people say you can't do that and do it. And you know what? Most people with avoidant personality disorder have some sort of habit or hobby or what have you that is above the norm, that they don't really want to talk about, but they all end up doing it and it comes out. Definitely not average. They're still back there. Doesn't want to focus. Let me cross the street soon. Maybe they'll stay back. When I go running, there's a bridge I go over, and sometimes Perry will follow me. It's like well over a mile. Run along with me, even though he only has 3 legs. But he doesn't cross the bridge. He doesn't like it. I don't like it. Once I go past this street, I'm in the park that is technically closed. But you know what? I don't think I'm going to get busted for it. If I do, oh well. Anyway. So yeah, having a rough day. And it could be therapy. It could be, I think I've made this plain, maybe not. I work on the weekends. Because why not? And I could work a lot more thanks to the fact that everything's shut down. Because if you work online, you work remotely, there's lots of people that could use that help right now. I don't know. I could be getting like tons of work and I could be getting tons of references for once this is all over, and I don't really care about it. They're not following, that's good. The other thing, apparently I'm paranoid and superstitious and etc. Once you cross the street into those woods, which is the park, I personally have seen tents in those parks. Homeless people live there. So, ooh. I mean, this is not the park. And it sure as heck could be. It's getting chilly out. Duh. I mean, it is spring. Hear the geese? Here they come. I think I actually caught him on camera. Miracle! Also in these trees, it's kind of wild. I don't see the vines right now. Every summer, grapes grow wild. Somebody must spit them out and they just started growing, and now they're consistently growing, and they hang from these branches of these trees here. I don't see them. Maybe they got ripped out. Who knows? Uh-oh. They're coming. Well, hopefully they stay. Oh crap. There's other people being illegal. That? I don't think that's my cat. I mean, it's probably my cat. I don't think so. I mean, the one that's definitely my cat is going up to it. So, it's probably my cat. But I'd say no. Nope, definitely not. Definitely maybe. I don't know. Cats are weird. Let's see. Ducks. Oh, you saw them. Geese and ducks. How weird, huh? Okay. I'm gonna go infect these people with their baby with my virus. I'm supposed to not have it anymore. But they keep changing what they consider symptom. Ooh, they're turning around and going back. Ooh. They're not coming. That's good. I was very dizzy. I had some pretty severe vertigo, and now they're saying that it is part of the virus. All of a sudden, oh, these people are freaked out. Good for them. Get going. I don't know. So yeah, I'm having a strange night. And that happens. Cats are not coming. That's good. And I don't hear them, I just hear peepers. It is freezing out here though. I completely plan on taking a walk down. I think I'm going to pass on that. It's cold. Okay, so what is the point of this video? There is no point of this video. The point of this video is I keep hearing lots of people saying that they, these are people in like, the social work field, etc., saying, oh, I feel bad. And you're not alone. And I don't know, it's bumming me out. And I'll tell you, that's selfish. I understand it's selfish. Maybe I need to limit. That's kind of pretty too. The stuff that I'm seeing, I'm paying attention to. And maybe I'm supposed to take the advice of people to watch funny things and it will cheer you up. I don't know. There's my boys. They're waiting for me. I guess it's good that I came back. You see them? Probably not. I don't know why it's not focusing. The other thing is generally when something pops up often in a cluster, I feel like I need to address it. And I don't know. It might be springtime. It might be that the extreme sort of isolation that everybody is forced to feel is pressing down even on people with avoidant personality disorder. But it seems that people are suddenly, once again, it is cyclic, but many different hits are talking about starting to date again. And I feel obligated that I should address that. I mean, when it's something that comes up sort of in the community, I feel like I should talk about it. I feel like I should give my advice. Here's the problem. I have no advice. What are you doing? Can you see him in there? I really don't have advice because it's been 14, 15 years since I dated. 14, 15 years since I tried. Come on, cat. So, my advice is, 1, try not to be intense. This is impossible. At least be aware that other people are able to casually date, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's probably a good thing, because my understanding is it's something like 15 people that you need to interact with before you find one that you would be wanting to hang out with for a little while. Like, not even this is your one permanent person, but maybe that would be your top 10. Those numbers are outrageous for someone with avoidant personality disorder. Jeez, you'll become jaded like me and decide you don't want anything to do with it at all. If you have to go through 15 people just to find one that's half decent, yeah, I'd say no. Hey, Purse. Hey, Perry. I mean, seriously. Hell no, is what I would say. But then again, I have a son. Obviously, I've been there. So, the other thing I'd say is, I've talked about the pendulum a lot when it comes to avoidant personality disorder. I believe that 100% that people will sort of swing one way or the other. And it will get to a point, basically, where you're so isolated and so desperate to be with somebody that you'll be able to punch through the avoidance and find somebody to date. Now, guess what? We're having a pandemic, and a lot of people have been super isolated. So a lot of people are swinging hard to the one side, which means that they probably are getting ready to swing to the other side, as crazy as it seems. That this might be the perfect time for people with avoidant personality disorder to start relationships. Okay, that's a good thing. But you got to keep that in mind. Somebody else who is, say, more extroverted and who normally interacts with, say, 100 people in a week. I mean, oh my goodness, it's probably more than that. Who are we kidding? Like, oh my God, who would... I was asked today how I handle panic attacks. Well, just thinking about talking to 100 different people in a week gives me a panic attack. But that might be like the norm and actually a low average for somebody else. So if during the pandemic they're used to having lots of people, they might be able to max your intensity temporarily. Especially if you're not actually interacting, because you can't, because the laws are saying that you can't actually be with each other, you just have to interact online. And also somebody might have multiple people they're interacting with online. So don't go all in, basically, and try to be casual and practice being casual. It's a really hard thing for people with avoidant personality disorder to learn how to do and to practice, but you have to practice it. And this could be a good time for you. I don't know. But those are my 2 pieces of advice. If you're getting the urge to date, I would actually pull back and isolate even more in order to force yourself to the one side of the pendulum so that you'll be able to swing forward to the other side in order to meet people. This is really annoying how bad this camera is. I'm sorry about that. And then once you do that, somebody is going to be all intense with you, and they will be for the next couple weeks, and then they'll start to pull back. Don't take that personally. Also, don't take everything they're saying in the very beginning to heart, because they're probably really feeling it. They're probably super lonely right now, and anybody who comes near them is going to be their white knight in shining armor. And they probably will mean it in that moment, but what they're saying, don't hold it to them. And that's not a bad thing. That's just saying that's where you're starting. If you're starting from a point of serious attraction and they really appreciate it as a person, that's a really good place to start. Then you have to become friends with them. Then you can see if the attraction holds and the friendship holds, and then you can go forward into a relationship. I'm probably giving terrible advice. It's just how I did it every single time. Where is he? Here he goes. He's running. And Perry has popped down. I guess I gotta go get him, pick him up, carry him. Which means I'll have to end this video. Anyway, I don't know. I'm sure that's terrible advice. I'm sure that's ridiculous. It's against everybody's nature to do what I've been saying. But really, this is bad. I'm sorry about this. But that's all I got. So I'm going to end this and pick up Harry and carry him home because he's completely wiped out because he's been running around chasing me, which is nice. But he really needs to not do that. And I guess I'll talk to you later. Bye.